All right, welcome back. Hi, fourth graders. In this video tutorial, I'm going to see if I can hopefully clarify and also classify these shapes that all have four sides. So anything that has four sides, we call it a quadrilateral because the word quad means four and lateral means side. So quadrilateral means four sides. So many of these you'll be familiar with, I'm sure. So this one we have we have a square, right? So if you have a square, what you have is you have a shape with four sides, but all sides have the same length. Also, a square has four right angles. So that's what kind of makes the square kind of special. Let me make sure I drag that out here. Okay, so if you look at the square, you'll notice that all four sides are the same length. So if I give it some numbers, let's say I use the number, I don't know, 5. So if one side is 5 meters in a square, then every single side is 5 meters. And we'll put a 5 right there. So here we have, it has four sides, all sides are the same length, and within it we have four right angles. And what that means is that when the lines intersect, they're perpendicular, creating a right angle. So when you create a right angle, you have an angle of 90 degrees. So all four of these angles are 90 degrees. So that's what kind of makes a square kind of special. Now the next one down here, you'll notice, I'm sure you're familiar with this one. We'll call this one a rectangle. So a rectangle, you'll notice it has the top and the bottom have the same length. So let's say this one is say 10. This could be 10. And then the left side and the right side are the same length. So we'll say this one, I don't know, what does it look like? Maybe 6. We'll call this one 6, call this one 6. And so what do we say about a rectangle? So we'll say a rectangle is a shape with four sides. They have two sets of different lengths. Usually the top and bottom are the same length, and the left and right sides are the same length. Let me drag this out to make it more able to be read, legible. Also, like the square, a rectangle will have four right angles. Okay, so that's what kind of makes up your rectangle. So again, these are two shapes that we're very familiar with. The only thing that separates a square from the rectangle is that a square, all the lengths of the sides are the same, but not with a rectangle. So this one down here, I guess I should write the names inside. So here we have our square. This is our rectangle. And what do we have next? This one, we have our trapezoid. Trapezoids are kind of neat. You'll learn a lot more about these coming up in 5th grade and beyond. But your trapezoid, so we say a trapezoid is a quadrilateral, meaning it has four sides. But it only has one pair of parallel sides. So you could see here, what makes this a trapezoid is that this side on top is parallel to this side on the bottom. And remember, oh wait, did I misspell parallel? Yeah, I did. Hold on, I have to go erase parallel here. I have to erase one of the L's. There we go. Parallel means that these lines, if you extend them out forever, they'll never intersect. So they're going to go left to right or horizontal in both directions, and they'll never cross each other. So the top of the trapezoid and the bottom of the trapezoid have one set of parallel lines. But you'll notice that on the other side, you see how this side intersects with this one intersects with this one, and so on. These intersect and these intersect. So that's kind of what makes a trapezoid a special quadrilateral. Now this one right here, this one is the rhombus. Make sure I do that correctly, a rhombus. A rhombus is interesting because it's a quadrilateral, but it's kind of like a square, but it's not like a square. So let's see what makes a rhombus so special. A rhombus is a special quadrilateral because it has four sides that are the same length, but it does not have any right angles. Like the square, right? The square has four sides that are the same length, then it has four right angles. But the rhombus here, so again, if you have a true rhombus, what you'll have four sides that are the same length. But you'll notice that all these angles here, none of them are right angles. In fact, you'll have two obtuse angles and two acute angles, but you won't have any right angles. So that's what makes a rhombus. Okay, it's quadrilateral, four sides. All the sides are the same length, but there are no right angles. In fact, it's kind of like a square that's tilted, if you want to look at it that way. And the other one is the parallelogram. Oh, also, I forgot to mention with the rhombus, I think I'll have to put it underneath. No, I want a different color here. Hold on. The rhombus has two sets of parallel sides. That's what I forgot. Sorry about that. There we go. So you notice the rhombus. So the side up here, so the top right here and the bottom right here, these lines go on forever and they'll never intersect each other. And then you have the left and the right. These two, we use those little markings to say parallel. The right side and the left side, they go on forever, and those two will never intersect. So then what makes a rhombus different from the parallelogram? Let's take a look. So this right here, this is our parallelogram. Oop, again, sorry about that. I'm almost done. Almost done. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral, right? It has four sides. That has two sets of parallel sides, but like a rectangle, it has two sets of sides with different lengths, which is kind of unlike a rhombus, right? The rhombus, all the sides are the same. Parallelogram is more like a rectangle in that it has two sets of sides with different lengths. Also, a parallelogram has no right angles. So it's unlike a square as well. So let's mark this one up, and then we'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So this is called a parallelogram. Okay, so we could just give it some numbers here if we want to. Let's say this is 10. So if the top of the parallelogram is 10, well, so is the bottom. And then on the side, we can say 6 for the left side, 6 for the right side. Then as far as parallel sides, the top and the bottom are parallel, meaning they'll never intersect. And then the right side and the left side are also parallel, meaning they'll never intersect. And again, there's no right angles. And kind of like a rhombus, you'll have an obtuse angle and an acute angle, an obtuse angle and an acute angle. And then so you can see, sometimes the rhombus and the parallelogram are compared with each other, and sometimes they're confused, but they're different. So the rhombus is more like a square in that all 4 sides are the same. However, there's no right angles, but it has 2 sets of parallel sides. Parallelogram is like a rectangle where it has 2 sets of equal lengths, right? Top and bottom, left and right. Top and bottom are parallel, left and right are parallel, but there's no right angles. So there you go. So these are some special quadrilaterals, and these are the ones that the more you work with them, the more familiar you get, and the easier it is to identify and use them for whatever you're trying to accomplish. Okay, and so just keep a lookout. We're gonna fill the resources folder with these videos and other videos as well to kind of clarify and help you understand these shapes. Thank you.